Hello, my brothers and sisters. My name is Tim Heijen and I am a dragon witch. At least that is what I call myself. And here I go to the forest to forget about humans because sometimes I just need to forget them. I just need to really be alone. And that is also what I suggest to you, my brothers and sisters. If you have enough of people in this world and whatever they are doing to you, just go to nature, go to the four elements, go to and just be there alone with your dragons. Because normally I wasn't supposed to make a video like this. I really don't, because it gave me a lot of people that were angry with me because I said so like this. Because normally, I was, like I said, I looked up to this person. I looked up to her that she talked about dragons so easily. But now that, there was a video, there was a video about something that she said that really triggered me. That really was, I've been on 20 years on the dragon's path, giving myself to the dragon, giving myself to Tiamat, giving myself to the dragons, being one with the dragons, being absolutely 100% inside of my dragon's eye. And it was difficult, it was challenging, it was and any sorts of that. But there is a girl that I actually was very much connected to, and that was she called herself Dragonfeather. I made videos about her in the past because I didn't agree with what she does. She actually connected and twisted the dragon's path with Islam. Islam is a right-hand religion. A right-hand religion where Allah, for example, is the greatest God of all, the creator of all. And that is an Abrahamic religion. Also a bit like the same like Christianity or Judaism. And really, that is where dragons are the complete opposite of it. Because we are the left-hand spirituality. We do whatever we want. We don't have rules. And we are not connected to any sorts of that. And it makes me insane, to be very honest. And I wasn't planning to make a video like this. But it made me insane. Because there was a video that she last created. And said that Allah created the dragons. Allah even created Tiamat. That is really something that crawled under my skin, because Tiamat is the first one, the one that came before, the one that created it all. And even Allah, for example, was on the side of Marduk. Marduk is the one that split Tiamat in two and misused her energy, the one that was against Tiamat. Really. And I of course, she's actually married to a Muslim. And I cannot say it for sure, but I know if you are for a long time with someone, then you twist and turn and something to be together, to have this conversation and confirmation that you belong together. She's of the dragon's path, he's a Muslim, and there you go. That is really... normally I shouldn't care if she actually doesn't say this to people, that you are, that is what I don't recommend to you. I don't recommend to you to mix other paths. Other paths, for example, every single path has their own magic, their own way, their own rules, their own path, in fact. And especially Abrahamic religions, they want you to go there. This is a highway. Follow them, follow the rest, follow all of the rest, and obey my every rule. That is basically Abrahamic religion. And that is what I escaped from. I escaped from Christianity. I escaped from Catholicism. Catholicism always said what I had to do. And always said that dragons were evil. Dragons were bad. Dragons, and you should not let that go. You should not let go of control. The control that they have over you. Normally, I shouldn't care. I shouldn't care if you are telling this to other people, saying to you, for example, that you can mix left and right, right-hand religion with left-hand spirituality? You actually can. Sometimes you can, but you cannot mix the magic. You cannot mix the rules. You cannot mix any of that. Tiamat was created by Allah? No freaking way. No way. Tiamat was not created at all. She was the embodiment of the 4 elements, which are no creation at all to begin with. It's not a creation. It's you can see the 4 elements, for example, as the gods themselves: water, air, fire, and earth. Or water, Leviathan, air, Quetzalcoatl, fire, Fafnir, and earth, Tiamat. And all of them together are the embodiment of the 4 elements, the creators of life. The creators of that is what humanity doesn't want to see. They don't see any reason why you should look at the 4 elements that gave you life as gods, because it's not even alive, but it creates life. And the embodiment of it is alive. The embodiment of that are the 4 elements, are the 4 dragons. The 4 dragons of the old, the one with fire, earth, air, and water. And so that is what humanity doesn't want to see. They don't even care. They don't see the advantage of it. But the advantage, for example, to believe in Allah is to go to heaven, go to paradise, and be rewarded for being a good man here in this world. But it's not that easy at all. As Tiamat doesn't make that rule, doesn't either. In Tiamat, with Tiamat, you do whatever you like or do whatever you desire, and you choose whatever you see fit at that moment. That is what makes left-hand religion, left-hand spirituality, a left-hand spirituality, where you are free whatever you do. I don't really actually care whatever she does. Because I find it unfortunate, because I talked with her in the past and I could follow, even vegan, she was even vegan, just the same as me. So I followed her actually because she was very wise. But once she mixed it with Islam, she lost me. She lost me 100%, because Islam, I see it as negative. I see it as control over you. Whatever the book said, whatever the book says about control and people killing people, and it's actually very much disgusting, to be very honest. I don't like that book. The reason why you don't have to read a book on the dragon's path is because you have to read your own dragon language. You have to read it. And Islam is based on a book. It's based on a book that you should never read in the first place. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's lying to us. Everything for control and power over us. And that is what you cannot do over the dragon, power over you. Saying that Allah created dragons, even Tiamat, it's disrespectful, to be very fair. It's if you are interested, go to her site. She's called Dragonfeather, or the Dragon's Priestess. To be very fair, there are no priests in the Dragon's Path. I'm not a priest, I'm a preacher. I try to talk about the dragons. I'm not saying what you have to do. So because we don't have established rules. We don't have that. We create our own rules because everyone has their own dragon eye, so that we, in the end, know what our path is, where our path is going, and what our rules are. We establish our own rules. We don't have to read a Bible or a Quran for that. If I see, for example, what Quran does, fighting, aggression, even though, because they say they are a better Muslim than that, if you are saying to a very deep Muslim that you also involve the dragon with it, then they will not at all agree with it. In fact, being a witch in Islam is haram, and haram means a sin. You should never do that. Never, because you should never mix. Even Islam says it, that you should never mix Islam with anything else. He is the God of the gods, and Muhammad is the prophet of the prophets, and there is no one above them. So you cannot see anyone. And the one that is the most powerful, the one that is the most wise, the one that is I look up to, is not anything that stands above Tiamat or the other dragon gods. Because we are created inside of the realm of the dragon, and the realm of that is something completely different. Like I said, the universe is one thick book with a lot of pages, so many pages, and every single god created something of a page in that book. Every single creator, every single god, every single author. So, but our author is that of the dragon gods that is living within us, the dragon gods. And Allah, for example, it can be, maybe, an author of another page where we have nothing to do with. We are not even written inside of that page. It can be that that page, you know, that eventually your name is written inside of another page. But yeah, yeah, even though I had this encounter with a man on a train that says that I should let everything go, everyone has their own ideas, and that is true. That is very much true. Unless you do whatever you want, you do whatever you desire. If you want to mix the dragon's path, even though I do not recommend it, because there is no one higher than Tiamat. If you want to mix the dragon's path with a right-hand religion, then do so. But if you say this to other people who are still searching and looking for where their path is going, and you are saying to them that Allah actually created the dragons, that is miscommunication. That is really something pushing you in the very wrong direction, and it's so easy to push you in the very wrong direction there, because every single time before I make a video, I consider myself to what I can say to you, because it's so easy to push you in the wrong direction, and to say to you, for example, that you can mix your paths. Actually, you can mix it. You can mix it however you want, however you desire, but don't mix the magic. Don't mix the path itself. Mix whatever you want, but don't mix the magic in itself. The magic, for example, is that page, the page that you are, your name has been written inside. But yeah, I just cannot. What's the point of following the dragon if you don't even see the dragon as the highest? The dragon is what you are. The dragon is inside of you. It's talking to you. But it's so easy to be misguided by people by your side. People by your side, even though I was a Christian, not because I wanted it, but because people on my side said that I should be. And I escaped from it because I was not comfortable with it. That is also what I see with her. You know, her husband is Muslim, so she's very much brainwashed, and that is not something that I use easily, that word, but it is what I feel, it is what I say. So unfortunate. That is very unfortunate, because she was so perfect on schedule. But that is a thing, you know. What is the dragon's path? It begins with a big bang. Everything is on fire. The first year is incredible. It's like you have superpowers. Everything is on fire. And then you can reach out for the dragons. It feels amazing. But the further you go, the fire extinguishes. And it's easy then, you know, that to lose your way. And if someone on your side is saying to you, for example, actually you should mix that with that, because it's no longer on fire, but you know about the dragons, and you can still feel a dragon, but it's no longer on fire, and you are misguided by someone in this world, it is very easily done. Keep that fire, my brothers and sisters.